Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Branding Yourself in 2016. Now, I've been gone for way too long, just busy with being busy, excuses. And the last video I talked about, this new upcoming video is all about resistance, and it really looks like resistance had almost got the best of me. And so what actually is resistance? It's anything that hinders you and stops you from doing what is necessary, doing the necessary work for your brand, for entrepreneurship, for blogging. You start to write a post, and then you get on Facebook, you get on Instagram, you see a like or you see a message, and you respond to it, and then 2 hours later, an hour later, you have been sidetracked, and then you have to move on because you have other things that your life calls you to do. So my resistance pretty much stopped me from doing all of these branding videos, and the whole intent was to talk about myself and how I'm promoting my website, Traveler's Bazaar, and creating a travel lifestyle for myself. And so I had gotten a lot of people asking me about when is the next video coming up, what's going on, and I think a friend of mine, Isabel, my business partner and friend, she told me, oh, it's 6 months has passed in the year, so it's pretty much mid-year. And that really hit me. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm doing a million things, but am I getting where I need to be? I felt like a dog chasing its tail. Literally, like I'm just going in a circle. And it's because of resistance, because of not organizing myself the way I should be doing. So I wanted to share with you guys today 7 pointers on how I am defeating that distraction, that natural distraction that we all have, how to combat that, because there are many things that have kind of blockaded me from the success that I know I'm capable of getting, and I know that you're capable of doing. So let's get into these pointers. Now, before I start, I'm sure you're wondering, where in the world am I today? I've been in the Balinese jungles, the Brazilian jungles, the pine forests of the Bahamas, jungles of Malaysia, Thailand, all over the place. But today I am in an oak forest right in Delray Beach, my second hometown. I was not born in the Bahamas, but I was raised there, and then I came to Delray Beach at the age of 12. And I've never been to this place, but it is spectacular. It's called the Delray Oak Natural Area, and it is incredible. So if you're in Florida, South Florida, definitely stop by, because you will be blown away. This natural reserve is right by the Interstate I-95. You can even hear it, but the presence of the nature here it's like another world. So I highly recommend coming here, and it will take you out of your norm. So back to my points on resistance. So let's get into point number 1. First, you need to become aware that you're actually resistant. Like, you have this subconscious trigger that deters you from doing what you need to do. So what happens with me, being social media driven, doing blogging, videos, Instagram, Facebook, if I post something, then likes, comments start to pop up, propagate, and that can be very distracting, because you can check your phone, check your desktop, your laptop continuously throughout the day, when really you should regulate that to a certain amount of time. So one way to become conscious of that is to actually write it out. So write out on a sticky note or print it out, defeat resistance, and place that everywhere you go throughout your day. You have a typical schedule. work at an office, work at a space, or you have your desk, and just post it everywhere. So when you start to get off on the wrong track, you have it right there in front of you. Defeat resistance. And just practice saying that to yourself. You know, one other thing I do is I say present within my mind, my subconscious, or I say it aloud when my thoughts start to race and I start to think about what about this and that. Present, you know, it just pulls me back to the present moment, and I deal with what needs to be done right there in the moment. And that's number one, become aware. So I wrote everything out for you guys, so I'm really trying, you know, to just be on point. So number two is to become a pro. So the whole idea of resistance really was published by Steven Pressfield, an amazing writer, and he said that, you know, there's this difference between a hobby and someone who is a pro at what they're doing. So for me, I've done blogging, but I think that I've done it half and half, as a pro and as a hobby. You know, the content of my videos and photos have been great, but the consistency of promoting it, taking it as a 9-to-5, day-to-day, beyond 9 to 5, I've not really done that. And so it's been haphazard, and I've had goodish success when I could have great success. So you just have to train yourself to get in that mindset of being a pro. Number 3. Now this is a really deep one. Everyone wants to, you know, become an entrepreneur, do blogging, and design a lifestyle where they have the freedom to do what they want, when they want, how they want it. But you have to always remember why you start. So that's number 3, the why. Why are you doing this? For me, I wholeheartedly believe that travel is something that can unify the world. If we get to go to different countries, talk to the people directly instead of hearing a story through someone who might not have even gone to that country, if you make that human connection with that person, a lot of our issues could be resolved. And I think travel just also trains you in being beyond textbook smart. You know, you rely on yourself, and your mind is just changed. You know, your mind is expanded. So I wholeheartedly believe in promoting travel and promoting how to travel, to be conscious, not to be just a consumer, but to actually get back to where you go and just really connect with people. It's people to people connections. So that's my why. So you have to figure out, why do I want to be a blogger? Why do I want to be a social media specialist? Is it just for likes and popularity? Because that is not sustainable. You can get that, but will that fulfill you for the rest of your life? Will it take you further than just being popular? And will it contribute and make the world a better place? So just remember, why did you start? And I think when that connection is always upon you, you have that ingrained place in your heart that says, I need to keep doing this, I need to figure it out. And that's why I will never give up on blogging about travel, because I know that it is one of the most important things that we all should experience in our lifetime. Number 4. Now this one is a huge one for me that I have to work on a lot harder, and it's all about controlling your emotions, especially your negative emotions. So this whole entrepreneurial blogging world, you guys, it's a very difficult one. You know, you see other people succeeding so well, but you don't know how hard they probably have worked for that, how long they've worked for it. And you can kind of get discouraged, like, well, why is my content not going far? Why am I not getting this opportunity? So you have to like just blockade the doubt, blockade the fear, the disappointment, the struggle. Don't like forget that don't say, oh, it doesn't exist, because that's not true. You do have these genuine feelings, but what you have to do is observe it, minimize it, and use it as motivation to keep pushing forward. You can't just sit in sadness and let that consume you, because that's the definition of depression. And it's a real place, it's a real thing, and we have to just kind of just like break through it. I know it's easier said than done, but if you become conscious, and whenever these feelings take over, go back to what I was saying, say present aloud, it'll help you to reset. And so if you've meditated before, and if you haven't, you should. I think a cue is all about centering back to being present. So when you meditate, sometimes your mind starts to race and start to think of all these things, and your whole mind is like not where you want to be. You want to be centered. So just have a cue for yourself, whatever it is. Maybe it's an activity, maybe it's a word. Use it and get back to the present moment and deal with what you have to do with right there in the now, because the future is only defined by the actions that you do right in the now. So number 5, find an accountability partner. If you make a promise to yourself, you really should do your best to hold it true to you. If you make a promise to you, keep it. But the only person that will be disappointed is you, and you can deal with that. So that's why a lot of businesses, a lot of ideas, a lot of entrepreneurs, bloggers, we fail, because it's really self-motivation, especially in the beginning stages where you don't have supporters and readers who really love your content and look forward to it every single day or every week. So what you need to do is find someone who's done it, study their material, and if possible, if you can reach out to them, if you know them, or if they're accessible, just ask them, how did they do it, or how can you hold me accountable for my goals? So find an accountability partner, and say you have a deadline, or say you have a goal, and ask them to hold you accountable for your goals. So I want to keep doing this branding series, and my brother's holding me accountable, Isabel's holding me accountable, my father's holding me accountable, my whole family is, my sister-in-law, everyone, they're all asking me. And some people who have actually watched the prior videos, which I really now need to just do it, just do it. So find that person who pushes you and have that deadline, because you never like letting people down. You don't like that feeling. It's embarrassing, and it looks bad. So that helps. That's definite motivation. Number 6, this one is very good, and it has been working really well for me, and it's being clear on your objectives for each day. And sometimes when we start planning these daily schedules, we're like, oh, I'm gonna do 10 things today, this and this, and then you only get to do 1 or 2, then you feel let down and the schedule crumbles. So you need to have a sustainable plan. So commit to 3 tasks, and I really believe that you can do 3 in a day. And just when you get in the zone to do those tasks, if you can turn off your cell phone, if you can put on silent, if you can flip it over, put on some headphones, listen to some music, let everyone know that you're not to be disturbed. Find that time where you can crunch out those objectives, and split it up throughout the day. And the final tool to defeat resistance, number 7, and that is simple and complex at the same time. It's basically start. We say, oh, I need this equipment, I need to go to this destination for inspiration, I need to learn from this conference, I need to have this, that, and the other. And by the time you know it, you never start. You never get to where you need to go. Just start. It's gonna be messy, it's not gonna look good. Whatever your business idea is, start with the bare necessities. If it's a blog, just get a WordPress, get Squarespace, get on it. You don't need a developer, just start. And when you get to that level, then you can get a developer and you can invest in your blog. If you want to do videos, you have a cell phone, use that. So there are no excuses. Just start, and literally start after this video. Stop listening to me and get started, because time is ticking. It is half of the year is gone. 2016 is almost over. So get up, get out, fight resistance. I'm doing it. If you like this video, please share it, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Travelers Bazaar. I'm posting every Friday new videos. I'm posting travel videos on YouTube. I really thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk for so long, and I hope you guys have just a very productive weekend and week, and I look forward to talking to the next topic, and it's all about proactivity. So the next actual 3 videos are on proactivity, persistence, and patience. Fighting through with those 3 P's are gonna change your whole brand, and I look forward to sharing. So have a great day, great night. Love sharing with you guys. Peace out.